And so here's just another example of how you see in the VR environment, like when we go in, we have just the biceps brachii enabled there, and then they would just use that, take their headset off, and draw where that is in. Now, the advantage of this over than just looking in a textbook where you could do this is that they can go right up and see exactly in 3 dimensions where everything's attaching. And that's the beauty of this. You could have this in a distance learning. So say you want to tutor a student as well, say even if they're at home, they could then connect with Acadicus and then go through and help them if they're having difficulties. And then we could also have your typical practical also in this environment where you take each individual student, have some of them study while they're in the other parts of the room, but then assess them on the individual areas as well. The problem with plastic models that we have is that all the muscles are attached to them. You can't use them so with the way this is set up, you can look at each individual muscle or a group, whatever muscles you want to turn it on or off, and then that way you can really see the depth of what muscles. So if a muscle's on top, it's superficial. If it's further down, it's deep. So you can see those relationships between deep and superficial muscles that you can't on a 3-dimensional model and that you usually purchase and have in your labs. That's what's amazing about it. So you could, like, again, where you can, with your position, be able to see superficial, closer muscles, deeper muscles, based on that as well, which is just so cool.
Everything is being rendered inside as well. So when I put my head into his chest, I see everything rendered inside his chest. I see this diaphragm. I see every muscle. These environments work with how your brain naturally wants to remember things and learn, and our brains, our minds are designed to want to be in places and to be able and to remember places and what happens in those places. And so, if you're looking, I know myself personally, when I was learning about the immune system in school and all that, like, you're looking at pictures or maybe a video and it's like, I can't imagine that world. I'm not there. But being inside of a simulation of, an immune system at work and a wound healing and so forth, your brain is recording everything that's happening in there at such high fidelity because it is a place. Your brain is treating it as a 3-dimensional place, especially in VR mode where it's in stereoscopic perspective, and you remember things better. Your brain remembers what happens in places better than anything else because that's how, our brains were designed to work. Through the Acadicus Commons, download the software for free, log on to the Acadicus Commons for free. The Acadicus Commons is kind of like our IKEA, where all of the assets that people have been working on that are in our shared public library, our content library, is on display for you to look at and experience for free. 3, 2, 1, 10 times. Whoa, okay.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, cheapers.
So that awesome. It's amazing, isn't it?
This is awesome. Hold it.
So that would be, there you go. You could have a lecture on the bones of the wrist.
Yeah.
Like sitting underneath the wrist.
We're all sitting under the wrist.
How cool is that?
Scaling.
Oh, oh boy. Okay. This is, this is as high as I'm going to go.
You're not afraid of heights, are you?
on the shoulders of giants, but this is beautiful. This is, how you doing down there? I'm going to go out on the hand. You ready? Here we go. Can you imagine this, having a whole classroom? I see you. You look like an ant down there. You can have a whole class of like, okay, we're all going to meet on the ulna, left ulna. Ready? Here we go.